Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Sorry that my hair is very messy and sweaty too. It's just I got back from running errands and all that. I did get my COVID booster, but personally for me, I choose to get it, of course. I had to get it, of course, because I wanted to be safe from it on the safe side, but still, I'm still not gonna wear a mask that much anymore. In my personal opinion, it just will I don't know. It's just something I don't personally want to wear anymore. But I'm returning to you for a basically video game review. This is for Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag that I just got done playing a few nights ago or whatever. Well, 2 nights ago, I should say. I finished it Friday night, I believe, going into Saturday. So it was a little tricky getting done with the game, but I did get done with it. So I'm going to discuss what I played overall and experience for this video game for Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, this video game review, and let you know my thoughts on what I thought of this game review. So let's dive into this review, of course. Now, you play as Edward Kenway in this game, and when you hear Kenway, you know of Haytham Kenway, but that doesn't get explained till later on towards the end of the game, and you're just like, oh, saw that one coming. So, yeah, it's with the name Kenway, you just cringe at that name because his son was a Templar or whatever. And basically, for what I experienced for this game, you play as Edward Kenway as a pirate, which he is a pirate, of course. And basically, the story is really fun for sure. There's a lot more open world stuff you can do after you beat the game, of course, but basically this one I had a lot more fun with and really enjoyed this game for what it went for. There were some nitpicks I had with the story mode, with how the pacing of the story was going, but it still interests me enough to keep me on my seat playing this game. Um, so I had a good time playing this game. You run into someone named James Kidd, who's an assassin, and pretty much Edward Kenway just screws over the assassins or whatever, something, brings trouble to their land at Tullum or something like that. So there's a lot of exploring to do in this game. Unfortunately, you run into a few characters that you can familiarize with, and basically, the story was really fun for sure. I just enjoyed the game for what it went for. I did enjoy destroying ships and all that in this game, like Spaniards and also the British and all that, the Royal Navy. The man of war ships were hard to beat. They were challenging, but the legendary ships, I went against one. Oh my god, I got my ass kicked in that fight or whatever. That ship kicked my ass. And they were pretty fucking strong, for sure. But basically, Blackbeard's in this game too as well. I believe it's Blackbeard or Black Bart. I don't know how they're pronouncing it. I think the twist to certain characters' names kind of ruined the execution of this game and how what I'm gonna rate it. But I still really enjoyed this game for what it went for. It's probably the best Assassin's Creed game I've played because the third one was pretty good, but the ending was not very well done, in my personal opinion. I think how it ended for Desmond Miles' story, it didn't end well with him. If you've seen my other game reviews, you know that Desmond Miles does die at the end of the game. Sacrifices himself, unfortunately, to let the Juno person out and go free. So, basically, you hear someone mention the name Juno in this game as on the side in the present time as you're in the Animus playing as Edward Kenway, but in the present time, you play as a different character this time around, someone that works at Abstergo, and basically you run into the other characters that were with Desmond Miles, Sean, and I can't remember the other chick's name, but yeah, pretty much I really enjoyed this game for what I went for. I'm trying to explain it the best way I can with this story, but you have to go up against Templars, of course, and you fight someone that wants the observatory and its power and all that. At the very end of the game, you fight Torres or whatever at the very last part of the game. But it is pretty interesting of a game, and yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. So, overall, in my opinion, I think Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag was a pretty entertaining game. Probably even better than Assassin's Creed 3. I did enjoy some moments in Assassin's Creed 3, but I think it's one of my weakest uh, games I've played. I didn't hate the story, I just hated how it was turning out, the execution of certain sequences for the game. So there were some sequences that tended to drag on for quite a bit and didn't fully explain too much or not entertain me as much as what I'm trying to say. So first score for me, I'm giving Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag a 9.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this game. It definitely rocks for sure. I mean, not rocks, but it's very enjoyable, I meant to say. Um, it's probably it's probably as good as Assassin's Creed 2. And Assassin's Creed 2 was one of my favorites too. But Assassin's Creed 3, I'd have to give that one a 7.5 out of 10. And the first game, like an 8 out of 10 or something. So, those are my ratings for Assassin's Creed. The first Assassin's Creed, I'd give an 8 out of 10. The second one, 9.5 out of 10 because I really enjoyed the story. They did have some bugs in the game, meaning they had certain moments in the game, sequences that were cut out, but you have to pay a certain amount to get the actual sequences. But I hear they got glitches in the game, so they had to skip over that sequence just to get to the final sequence where you have to kill. I can't remember his name, but it's just been a bit since I played the previous Assassin's Creed games, but basically, I really enjoyed Black Flag. I had fun with this game for sure. It's one of my favorites, and I didn't think I was going to like it at first, but it has grown on me a lot more than I thought, and it is pretty entertaining for sure. So, yeah, um, pretty much, yeah, the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, I'd give like a 8 out of 10 because there were some tricky moments in the game, but I still enjoyed the game for what I went for. I just had to deal with tricky moments in the game. Assassin's Creed Revelations 8.5 out of 10. Assassin's Creed uh, 3 7.5 out of 10, and this one a 9.5 out of 10. So comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the. Sorry if I'm mentioning what I'd really rate the Assassin's Creed games now. It's just the original Assassin's Creed games. They're very fun, but they have its problems. Um, like the first game had its problems. Second game didn't. It just had two sequences they took out because they knew it was messed up or whatever, those sequences. So it had bugs in it or something like that. But yeah, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag game if you've experienced it. And if you enjoyed this very lengthy review for Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. Comment below and let me know what you guys thought of the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and what I ranked the other Assassin's Creed games, and I probably will do a ranking video way after I get done with all the Assassin's Creed games and rank them from worst to best and all that. So, if you did enjoy this Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag game review, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can, support the channel. Sorry that I mentioned about the COVID booster that I got. I did get it, of course. Personally, for me, I had to get it, but that's my personal choice. Um, but I basically wanted to get it just to make sure that I'd be okay. And I had to get a flu shot a few months ago, of course, even though I got sick later on. But I'm doing okay. It's just a little tired today, mostly. But I hope you enjoyed this game review for Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. This game review, I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. The Wednesday show for Season 1, Episode 6 is going to be coming out in a little bit. But until then, stay safe. Take care, guys. And as always, I will see you in my next review.